finding a so-called church that works for you, or find a church that is for you, is just a short way of saying find a church that makes you feel good or that fits your fancy. This, in a sense, is not of God. And the reason for that is you're finding a building with churchgoers that think probably the same way or probably feel the same way that you do. Or even something like this. What the pastor says itches your ears because it's what you want to hear instead of what you need to hear. And there are some churches out there that at least try to, as it was said, have a form of godliness but deny his power. Some churches are like this, and they are churches that are something like holier than thou kind of churches, if you know what that saying is. Now, I've been told this a few years ago where I should find a church that works for me. But the truth is, you shouldn't be going to church, because if you go to church, is your security in that building and all the doctrines that they say that you have to do to get to heaven? Is your security in that, or is your security in obedience to Jesus, love and reverence for him? Your security truly needs to be in Jesus. Now, some of you may say, well, Jesus is in the church because if 2 or 3 are gathered in his name, there he is with them. That's not true. Just because scripture says that, or actually even Jesus even said this, when 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I will be there with them. Just because Jesus said that, which obviously is true, that doesn't distinguish the fact that people even go out of their way to pervert his words and deceive people by using his words to deceive people. Satan and other demons possess or oppress so-called believing Christians, and so forth, sow witchcraft and delusion among people, thinking that, well, if you don't follow our doctrines, or if you don't follow this, then how can you then go to heaven? Guys, it doesn't take going to church, it doesn't take tithing, it doesn't take even the Bible itself to know who God is or to follow him. I was driving one day while I was working. I can't remember if it was today or yesterday or Saturday. I can't exactly remember 100%, but I remember driving and I thought to myself, man, you really actually don't need the Bible to know who God is, or essentially know who God is or know about him, because the Bible itself doesn't tell about God like totally at all, or something like that. I can't explain it 100% word from word, but going by feelings, you guys, is something like for example, for a church would not be the way to go. Or just if you have to go to church, why are you, I will ask this question, why do you put your trust in man or your security in man? It's because that's how society appears it to be. Because if you don't have a person giving someone food, then how then will society be fed? Well, Jesus said that Jesus is the bread that fell from heaven. So even if you say, for example, I'm just saying hypothetically, which in time this may be the case, If you lost all the food and there was a great famine upon a nation or even the world, and there was hardly food to eat, and say you eventually die of hunger, what would be better for your walk with Jesus? To be fed in spirit and in truth from his mouth to you, being fed by him, by his words from his mouth, or be fed by what the world gives? I pray and hope you have an ear to hear today. May Jesus Christ bless you.